Okay. Very good evening, everybody. Am I properly audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So today we are here to discuss about a situation which has arisen in our country because of certain situations which have arisen in some other parts of the world. Basically, it's a very unfortunate situation as of now, wherein because of certain reasons, one or two people and their thoughts, a war has erupted in the West Asia, and to be more particular, the war is between Iran and USA and Israel. But unfortunately, the war has not been restricted to only these three countries, but the entire West Asia region is affected because of that. And as we know, the West Asia region is a very important region because it supplies, or rather, it gives passage to the crude oil and other petroleum products which are distributed throughout the world. And because of that, the supply of these items has been severely affected. And thus, all the sectors, all the industries of the country have started feeling the pinch of it, not only in our country, but also throughout the globe. We are feeling that pinch more because we are dependent on the West Asian region for the major supply of the crude oil for our consumption, and our poultry sector is not an exception to that as well. Because of that, we are facing certain situations which we are finding it difficult to address, finding it difficult to find the solutions. And that's the reason why we are here to discuss what all problems have arisen, what all situations have resulted because of the war, because of the global scenario which we are experiencing as of now, what are the possible solutions, and how we should be prepared for it for future if the war continues for a longer period, or if it doesn't continue, thank God we are all safe. Now, to discuss about these points, we have got eminent speakers. We have got a panel of about 6 speakers with us. And because they have spared the time for us on a Sunday afternoon, I think we must acknowledge them first. We must thank them first and properly introduce them, because once we start the discussion and the deliberations, maybe we cannot introduce them properly. So the first speaker, as we can see, is Dr. P.K. Shukla, who is the president of the Indian Poultry Science Association. He is a former dean, former registrar, and former joint commissioner of poultry, Government of India. And presently, he is the head of the Department of Poultry Science at College of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry at Duwasu, Mathura. He is also associated with Poultry Federation of India, Poultry India, Valsan Poultry, and many other associations. So he is a very important key person in the poultry sector as of now, who influences the government for decision making. And I can call him a bridge between the government and the poultry sector as of now to deliberate about certain issues. He is a graduate from Jabalpur Veterinary College, postgraduate from CARI, IVRI, Izzatnagar, and he has done his doctorate from Chandrasekhar Azad University of Agricultural Technology, Kanpur. The biodata is too big. We will spend the entire 1 hour if I want to read it out. So I'm just stopping over here. But he has more than 350 papers at his credit. Then we have Dr. Ajay Deshpande, our own president of the Valsan Poultry. He is the proprietor of Siddhivinayak Breeding and Hatchery, or breeding farms and hatchery. He is into the broiler integration in the west and the southern part of the country. A very practical and experienced person who is aware about the sectors, all the sectors of poultry production in the country. And he will be a big asset for us to guide us in the proper way. The third is Dr. Manju, coming from Bangalore. He is a senior nutritionist from Bangalore, Karnataka. He has done his post-graduation in animal nutrition from Bangalore Veterinary College. He's a renowned nutritionist, worked as head of the animal nutrition division at Jaffa Comfort, where he had the animal nutrition, he headed the animal nutrition division, and for more than 23 years, he was managing India as well as Bangladesh Jaffa Comfort operations. Now he is working as an independent consultant and providing his expertise to more than 60 feed millers in India, Bangladesh, as well as Myanmar. The fourth panelist which we have is Mr. Valsan Parmeshwaran. He is a very important person, a key person, I would say, in today's discussion because he is the secretary of All India Poultry Producers and Exports Association. He is also the member of NECC, National Egg Coordination Committee, and he is the executive member of Tamil Nadu Poultry Farmers Association. He is a leader in poultry sector in the South for more than 35 years. He has experience in layer farming because we know in South, especially in Tamil Nadu, a lot of layer farms are there. And he has his own layer farm of about 5 lakh layers in Namakkal. And he is advisor to the trusted poultry companies within the country and also throughout the globe. And his expertise as the secretary of Exports Association is going to give us a good insight today. That's what I believe. Then the fifth panelist is from the north, Dr. Sharad Singh. He is the president of UP Broiler Integration Association based at Lucknow, a poultry professional with more than 25 years of experience. He is currently serving as director of Sapan Feeds Lucknow and holds several key positions. He is instrumental in shaping the growth and strengthening of poultry market in the northern part of the country, especially the Uttar Pradesh. And he is a blend of leadership, expertise, and vision in the North Indian poultry sector. And the last but not the least, we have Dr. Ajay Balasundaram. He's a very senior consultant coming from Telangana State, Siddipet at Telangana State. He has more than 32 years of experience. He's MSc Animal Nutrition from Hyderabad Veterinary College, works as independent consultant, and he has a farm with 4 lakh layers. He is providing consultation to various companies in South India, and he is considered an expert in managing the disease conditions, especially in the southern part of the country. Myself, as you know, I am Dr. Ajit Shankar Ranade, retired Dean, Bombay Veterinary College. And first of all, let me welcome all of you for this webinar. I wholeheartedly thank you for accepting our invitation and sparing your time on Sunday afternoon to share your knowledge and wisdom and the thoughts about the crisis situation which is existing in our country today. We have 1 hour's duration to have the discussion, and then if the time permits, we will have questions and answers for about 30 minutes. And my friend Dr. Jeevan Sonawade is going to help me out in selecting the questions which are to be asked to the panelists, depending on the quality of the questions and the frequency of the questions, whosoever have asked those questions. Now, what I have planned it is in this way that I'll ask 1 or 2 questions to begin with to all the panelists. Let the discussion begin. And then once the discussion begins, we will pinpoint certain areas on which we will deliberate more. My request to the panelists is that suppose, say for example, Dr. Manju is speaking something. If Dr. Ajay Deshpande also wants to contribute, he can just raise the hand and I will allow him to speak as well. All of you kindly keep your videos on, and while speaking, kindly switch on the microphones as well. Let me begin without much of a more introduction with our own Dr. Ajay Deshpande. As a president of the association, the Vets in Poultry, and a person involved in all poultry operations, what do you think is the impact of the global situation of the war in the West Asia on the Indian poultry sector and on the western part of the or in the western region of the Indian poultry sector to be more particular. Dr. Ajay Deshpande, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. And thank you all who joined this webinar. So, as you know, VIP has always taken lead in many instances to come forward and take a lead to discuss the matters that matters most to the poultry sector. Number one. Number two, this period of uncertainty is not new to the poultry sector, because in 2005-6, when the bird flu hit Nawapur, that was the first time. Then we thought that what worse can happen than this case, that everybody faced it. Then many years gone through, then several bird flu outbreaks came in, several declarations were there. The graph was up and down of the broiler rates or table eggs, and we fought it out, and all survived. Then next came the Corona period, when we thought that everything is lost now. So what to do next? So we fought it back. So, but these two instances were specific to which bothered to our poultry sector, but this is bothering entire sector. All the sectors are suffering heavily because there is heavy uncertainty, and all supply chain is blocked, and nutritionists are actually fighting or recalculating or exploiting the different opportunity, what raw material combination will benefit most, because uh, you see the availability of many amino acids, because of supply chain, there is a huge shortage of these materials. Many companies, amino acid producers, they have applied force measures. So they have expressed their inability to manufacture and supply it to the producers. And as this contributes a lot to the poultry nutrition, this is going to have a uncertain situation, which we haven't faced many times. The price doesn't matter, whatever the price will be, but the availability is the question. In time, the traders may get the undue benefit of this situation, and there is a fear or panic among the producers of broiler and poultry sector and layer sectors also. So this is good that when I learned in the university, our veterinary university, one slogan was written in the classroom. Uh, some fleas are better for dog; they keep him busy. So this situation how is keeping us busy. All the nutritionists busy in calculating different permutations and combinations. So we're trying to explore different opportunities. We're studying minutely again and refreshing our knowledge and trying to apply it to the field, so that we can have minimum losses, or can uh, still bring into our company into the profit. So this is not new to the poultry sector, and this uncertainty is for everyone. If you look at the share market, the lakhs and thousands of crores have been lost because of these uncertainties, and it bothers most when we are not at mistake and we are being punished. So that is the biggest threat, and we never know when this will happen and when this will end. So we have to be alert. So VIP has taken lead. Thanks to our executive committee, Dr. Santosh Ray, our Vice President, Dr. Patak, who all, and our moderator and guide Dr. Ranade sir. We thought that we'll explore this situation and we'll come to some sort of solution, because you can't get a diamond unless and until you try to mine it, and you can't get the pearls if you don't dive deep into the sea. So this is the small effort from the VIP to explore the different opportunities, and expert panelists there. So let's also listen to them. So what best can be done and how we can navigate through these uncertainties. That is from my point of view, sir.
Yes. Thank you very much, Dr. Ajay Deshpande. So, in nutshell, what you're talking about is the availability of amino acids and other additives and supplements to be used in poultry feeds. Price is immaterial. Availability is the key factor. If you don't get it, we are going to suffer. Thank you so much for this first insight which you have provided to us. Now, the same question in a different way, I'm going to ask to Dr. Sharad Singh. I can see Dr. Sharad Singh is actually driving, or I mean, I don't know, maybe he is traveling, but I hope kindly switch on the microphone, sir, and kindly switch on the microphone. Uh, and the same question
जी
I would
सर,
like to ask. Yeah. Same question I
सर
would like to ask you. How is the impact
क्वेश्चन
of
रिपीट करें सर, एक्चुअली आवाज पूरी क्लियर नहीं हो रही थी, मैं ट्रेवलिंग में हूं, तो थोड़ा नेटवर्क का इशू है।
नो प्रॉब्लम आई रिपीट द क्वेश्चन, कोई इशू नहीं।
जी
सेम क्वेश्चन मैं
जी
आपसे पूछना चाहता हूँ कि इस सिचुएशन का इम्पैक्ट नॉर्थ इंडिया में कैसा है? हाउ द सिचुएशन हैज इम्पैक्टेड इन द नॉर्दर्न पार्ट ऑफ द कंट्री विथ रिस्पेक्ट
सर,
टू
नॉर्थ इंडिया में
द
अभी तो फिलहाल जो है क्या नाम, अगर देखा जाए तो बिल्कुल इफेक्ट आया है और काफी तेजी से आया है। लोगों का जो है क्या नाम है, जो फीड मिलर्स हैं उनका भी, और जो क्या नाम है ब्रीडर्स हैं, जो इंटीग्रेटर्स हैं, उन पे भी सीधा इसका प्रभाव है, क्योंकि एक्सपेंशन का सारा काम सबने रोक दिया है। सबने अपने अपने एक्सपेंशन, चाहे जो है वो उनके प्लेसमेंट के हों, चाहे वो ब्रीडर्स के हों, उनके ऑलरेडी जो है क्या नाम है फीड बनाने में भी काफी दिक्कतें आ रही, चाहे वो ब्रीडर का फीड हो, चाहे वो जो है क्या नाम, दवाओं की अवेलेबिलिटी पे बहुत बड़ा असर है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे लोगों को ये बिलीव नहीं था कि इतना ज्यादा इफेक्ट आएगा। जैसे जो साउथ में है या वेस्टर्न में, उनको इन चीजों के बारे में पहले से जानकारी काफी ज्यादा रहती है। यहाँ के लोगों के पास इतनी इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं होती हमेशा, तो उस दृष्टिकोण से, क्योंकि स्टॉक नहीं था इन लोगों के पास, किसी भी आदमी के पास कोई भी ह्यूज लेवल पे स्टॉक नहीं था, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करने में काफी दिक्कतें आ रही हैं। इस कारण जो है क्या नाम है, लोगों ने प्लेसमेंट को काफी मतलब रिस्ट्रिक्ट कर दिया है, इसलिए चिक्स का भी रेट डाउन जा रहा है, और फार्म खाली है, उसमें बच्चा डालने की स्थिति बन नहीं रही है। तो अवेलेबिलिटी दवाओं की होनी, जो कॉस्ट थी वो ऑलरेडी 4-4 3-3 गुना बढ़ चुकी है, और उसके बाद भी अवेलेबिलिटी नहीं हो पा रही। उसके भी ऊपर कंडीशन है कि बिफोर आप पहले पेमेंट दीजिए। पहले क्या होता था कि पेमेंट बाद में जाता था, माल पहले आता था। अभी कंडीशन एक, पहले आप पेमेंट अवेलेबल कराइए, उसके बाद सप्लाई होगी। इन सब कारणों से दिक्कतें काफी बढ़ी हुई हैं, और लोग थोड़ा सा अपना कैलकुलेशन कर रहे हैं कि फ्यूचर क्या रहेगा, क्योंकि कुछ भी सर्टेन नहीं है, क्या होगा क्या नहीं होगा कुछ भी कोई कहने की स्थिति में। अभी यहाँ डीजल पेट्रोल की भी काफी क्राइसिस दिखाई गई, यद्यपि वो कंट्रोल है। गैस की तो ऑलरेडी चल रही, रेस्टोरेंट काफी बंद हुए हैं, लेकिन फिर भी रीओपन हुए रेस्टोरेंट। लेकिन एलपीजी का जो है क्या नाम है, कमर्शियल सिलेंडर की उपलब्धता नहीं हो पाई उस स्तर पे, तो लोग जो है क्या नाम है कोयले पे जा, इसका एक सीधा इम्पैक्ट मतलब कहीं न कहीं जो रेस्टोरेंट है उसपे भी पड़ रहा है, तो कंजप्शन पे भी काफी बड़ा फर्क पड़ा है सर।
Yeah, I could
आवाज आ रही
understand
है सर?
that. Maybe what you're, हाँ बिल्कुल, I could gather what you are trying to tell. I could gather what you are trying to tell. I'll describe it in nutshell. So
जी
in short, what you are trying to explain is the situation is very bad as compared to the central or the
जी
southern part. In north, the situation is little bit more panicky. All the
जी
aspects are impacted and hampered. Expansion has stopped. The placement of chicks is not seen as of now, and the costs have risen by about 4 to 5 times. 4 से 5 गुना आप अगर कह रहे हो कि सब चीज की
जी जी
कीमतें
जी
बढ़
जी
गई है, तो
सबने
काफी दिक्कत है।
जी 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 जी
हाँ, कहिए कहिए
जी
कहिए।
इवन देन अपने लोगों ने कैपेसिटी 40 से 50% कम कर लिया। जो यहाँ पे ओपन फार्मर है, जो डीलर्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर, उन्होंने बिल्कुल अपना हाथ खींच लिया है। मतलब 20-30% 40% का प्लेसमेंट नहीं कर रहे हैं वो, रिस्क लेके। इस पे भी मतलब उनको ये डर है कि फीड मिले कि ना मिले, ये भी एक बड़ी दिक्कत है, क्योंकि जो फीड मिलर्स हैं वो भी लगभग लोग इंटीग्रेटर्स हैं, तो वो अपने लिए पहले देखेंगे, उसके बाद तब अपने कस्टमर को देखेंगे। एक बहुत बड़ी असुविधा उनके लिए ये भी है कि मतलब वो काम कैसे करें और कैसे ना करें, क्योंकि जो अभी पांडे सर ने बोला अमीनो एसिड्स लेके जितने भी एसेंशियल दवाएं उनकी उपलब्धता में दिक्कत आ रही, तो वो एक बहुत बड़ी समस्या यहाँ पे उपलब्ध है अभी इस समय। उसको लेके कहीं न कहीं लोग ज्यादा पैनिक हैं,
सेल
और
के बारे
अभी
में
यहाँ
आप
पे
क्या
एक्सपो चल
बताओगे?
रहा है। जी
सेल के बारे में, जो
जी
जो
सर।
मुर्गियों का और अंडों का सेल है, उसके बारे में आप क्या बताओगे? क्या इम्पैक्ट
जी
हुआ है?
वो काफी प्रभावित हुआ है। अभी अभी इधर काफी प्रभावित हुआ, लेकिन फिर डिमांड जनरेट होना चालू हुई है सर। अभी अभी
हो
इधर
गई,
काफी
वेरी
डाउन
गुड।
गया था, क्योंकि जो यहाँ से भी अंडे जा रहे थे बाहर। जी जी सर।
नहीं, वही मतलब आप जो
सर
कह रहे हैं
आवाज
मैं
आ रही
सुन
है
रहा हूँ।
राणे सर?
हाँ हाँ, बिल्कुल 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 आ रही है।
जी जी बताएं। तो
तो मैं यही पूछ रहा था कि
अभी जो
सेल
है
के
क्या
ऊपर
ना,
क्या।
अंडे का भी रेट काफी डाउन गया है सर। अभी लेयर 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 अंडे का भी मतलब काफी बहुत काफी डाउन गया है। यहाँ पे 3.5 रुपए तक का लोग परचेज कर रहे हैं। उससे ज्यादा प्रोडक्शन कास्ट आ रहा है, उसकी भी एक बड़ी दिक्कत आ रही, क्योंकि जो रेस्टोरेंट थे या ऐसे ओपन में बिकता था रेडी पे, वो भी बिकना काफी प्रभावित हुआ अभी।
तो होटल और रेस्टोरेंट्स को कितनी हद तक नुकसान पहुंचा है? कितने होटल्स और रेस्टोरेंट बंद है या
सर
उन्होंने उनको
50 से
ऑपरेशन कम
सिक्सटी
कर दिया
परसेंट
है?
50 से 60% अभी ऑपरेशन कम कर दिया है लोगों ने। आप जो ड्यूरेशन होता था शाम 4-5 से लेकर रात 12-1 तक चलता था होटल, अब वो मतलब 7 बजे चालू करते 11 तक खत्म कर देते हैं। तो उससे भी एक बड़ी दिक्कत आ रही है। नंबर ऑफ
ओहो।
कस्टमर हर जगह घटे हैं। जी
सीवियर इम्पैक्ट है, मतलब नॉर्थ में सीवियर इम्पैक्ट है। ऑफ कोर्स सब जगह पे इम्पैक्ट है, बट इट सीम्स टू बी लिटिल बिट मोर सीवियर in the northern part of the country. Thank
जी
you, Sharad Singh Saab. You can switch off
जी
your
जी जी।
microphone. I'll come back to you later in the discussion, right?
ओके
And now
ओके।
I would like to switch on to Dr. Manju, who is going to ask. I mean, I'm going to talk to him about the nutrition. People have been saying, and you have been listening as well. You are experiencing it. What is the impact on supply of specifically amino acids and vitamins?
Sir, if
In percentages and the price structure wise.
sir, overall there is impact of all the critical nutrients, whatever we consider while formulating the feed. The basic thing is one is amino acids, because amino acids are basically coming from the one is methionine, which is predominantly coming from petroleum byproduct, and the
Petroleum
second one
byproduct.
is fermentation byproducts like lysine, methionine, lysine, threonine, valine, and all these category. And all the products are hit. Methionine basically because of petroleum crisis, petroleum byproduct crisis, and fermentation because of the logistics issues. So that's the one major thing. And the second major thing is the phosphate crisis. Globally, there is a big shortage of phosphates because it's indirectly related to fertilizer industry and also the sulfate industry. So if you look at if you ask any nutritionist, they will say the most costliest nutrients, one is energy, one is protein, and the other one is phosphorus. So these three are the costliest nutrients for any nutritionist. Previously, unfortunately, we had a plus point of at least one or the other nutrient, but this time we have lost it all. And probably right now we are realizing that what is importance of critical amino acid is. Like basically, even if the prices have gone up by 3 to 4 times or 5 times, still methionine is required in formulation. So I cannot being because I work for 100, 200 formulations, still I can see none of the formulations can be formulated without methionine. So if I try to restrict it, you're losing the economics of formulation. Then you have to go for manual things, and your diets will tend to have about 3 to 5% extra protein. And unfortunately, the phosphate crisis is complicated by the export of MBM. In India, typically buffalo slaughter is hit and the buffalo export is hit. And also in April, this is a lean season for MBM industry. Normally, in the slaughter comes down in the summer because the slaughterhouses normally get hidden meat animals, like you get basically thin meals. And we have a local short supply of NBM, and we have a global crisis of DCP and MCP supply. And this is really, really complicating. And see, whatever supportive things that we talk about, for amino acids, we talk about enzymes like protease, or we may talk about contribution from betaine, or we may talk about contribution from MHA to methionine levels. These come only only to a percent of our formulation requirement, maybe 1%, 2%. Say if I use the best of protease, I can probably consider 4 to 5% of amino acid reformulation, but still my methionine is required in the formulation. And the second thing is phosphorus. Even if we talk about the best of phytases, they also claim that 0.18 phosphorus can be released by phytase. But what about phytate source, which I don't have it in my formulation? One thing we should understand, India has a habit of formulating with a variety of ingredients. There are people who are formulating with 32% of soybean meal, and there are also people who are formulating with 16 to 18% of soybean meal average consumption. And unfortunately, this is further complicated by if I compare my experience with other countries like Vietnam, Myanmar, Bangladesh, they have a habit of using fish meal, which is like there are two kinds of fish meal. One is sterilized fish meal, and the other one is dried fish. Unfortunately, India is not having much of habit, and we don't get a quality fish meal. We do get some good quality fish in certain seasons, but that is not available throughout the year. So that is again increasing the cost of phosphorus. Energy, if you look at local oil trend, so which is really, really complicating the situation, because cost of energy, though on paper, maize looks very cheap. Looking at summer season, we cannot formulate our diets completely with the corn. We really need some oil percentage. What happens is normally in summer seasons, we tend to increase oil percentage in feed. This year, because of oil prices, we have lost that opportunity. So all these critical nutrients, somewhere, most of us as a nutritionist, we try to adjust maximum possible by formulation, but still we are not able to get the best output. So looking at challenges of summer season, and also this is going to be followed by rainy season, wherein many parts of India are not going to be cooler in rainy season. Most part of India remains humid in rainy season. So we have a next 3 to 6 months, which is going to be very critical. And the biggest challenge is how we balance our formulations with all these critical nutrients, which are short, unfortunately, which had never happened before. And if somebody asks me, can we formulate without methionine, I can say, no, it's not possible, because basically we are going to disturb our formulations. I try my best. We can do our best, but expecting same results as 1.55, 1.5 FCRs, where best of the integrators are getting, and 60 to 64 grams of weight gain. So this is good. This is going to be a task for us. I think based on these crises, we'll learn something and we'll look further on this. I think this
Right, but
is
what is the solution as of now? What would you suggest? What would you recommend? There were schools of thoughts like increase the gross protein value, but reduce the levels of amino acids and all. A lot of people have sent certain inputs to
So we
the
need to
group.
have, sir, the thing is like how you increase protein, because basically nowadays the requirement of bird is about ideal protein ratios are digestible amino acid levels. Suppose if I target to have amino acid content, as I said, there are some ingredients which you need to focus more, like the person who is using 30% soybean meal may not be using rapeseed meal in formulation. Rapeseed meal is a good source of methionine, maize gluten is a good source of methionine, and fish meal is wherever it is available, fish meal is good, and MBM, whatever quantity is available, use it in a right way. Definitely it can reduce our dependency up to about 30-35% for our methionine levels. And also, the purpose of like whether we are selling to wet market or whether we are selling to the processed chicken. So that will decide your adjustment of M+C ratios. Like suppose if I maintain 76-75% M+C ratio for my processed chicken industry, so probably for wet market I can go down by 1 or 2%, and that will very critically reduce your methionine levels. That's one thing. And like this, plenty of options will come up when we start working on formulation. Basically, widening the spectrum of raw materials that we are using. And DDGS really is, I think rice DDGS again can be looked from a methionine contributor, and also corn DDGS, which is, I think something is better than nothing. We have to survive, and we have to extend our stocks basically. Most people have stocks. Stocks are either of high price, and we can extend the usage period of those stocks. That should be the criteria for most of the feed millers.
Yeah. Before I shift on to Dr. Deshpande, because he has raised the hands, two small questions. Have you felt the rise in the cost of transportation of raw materials or the finished food as of now?
It's
Transportation.
Yeah,
Transportation
definitely.
cost of raw material and the finished goods. Whether you have started feeling the pinch, you have started feeling the
It
rise.
starts from bag cost also. Bag cost is increased terribly. Because I think a few of the integrators which I am working, they are seriously working on bulk loading systems for the plant. That's basically the bag cost. So bulk loading system is coming hard into play by most of the players. They are seriously focusing to bulk load the things, and transportation cost definitely it is hitting, because this is we are not depending on only one state for one raw material. Like MBM comes all the way from UP, so because of fuel cost increase. And there is a difference between states. Some states have started rationing the diesels and petrols. Like drivers are scared to move out of the state. Small tempos are scared to move. Even cheap vehicles are scared to move out because they are worried if they can get diesel or petrol after traveling to certain distance. So
that has again started worsening the situation. What input Dr. Ajay Deshpande wants to give on this? He has raised the hand, please.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. If you in continuation with Dr. Manju, two things are there. What Sharad said is institutional consumption of chicken has gone down.
Yes, sir.
But we have to explore whether the domestic consumption has compensated the whatever institutional sale has gone down. Because prices of broilers are somewhere, there was a dip. Again, they started coming up. So that is one good thing. Second thing I want to add to this one, the MBM cost is almost double than what it was 1 month ago.
Yes.
Even the PP bag, the packing material has gone up by 30 to 40%.
Yes, sir.
And even transportation and logistics is slowly it is also increasing. So it is adding up to the cost of production, I think so. And it is a opportunity for all the people or the nutritionists to find the best combination and permutation and combination as far as nutrition is concerned. If you try to reduce the usage of amino acids, you have to dilute the feed, which will be again will be a very costlier affair. So it is a confusion, and it is a what to do and what not to do is the question now amongst the integrators and nutritionists.
Yeah. We'll come back on that a little later. Now let me go to the next panelist by that time first. He is Mr. Valsan Parmeshwaran, and welcome, Dr. Parmeshwaran. And I would like to, I have already introduced him, but he is the Secretary of All India Poultry Products Exports Association based out of South India. And so this is a very pertinent question to you, sir. What is the impact of war and its allied scenario on the export of eggs, which we all know it has hampered? Hatching eggs, we again know that it has hampered, but I would like to know from you the magnitude of it, the tune of the impact of this on the export of eggs and hatching eggs, especially from South India and with Hamakkal. Dr. Parmeshwar, please.
Good evening to everybody. Good evening, Dr. Ajit, and thank you for VIP. Come to the situation of the egg exports and hatching eggs, everything. It's very, very badly affected. And from February end last week to till date, it has not resumed back what it was. More than 125 containers were stuck.
Oh.
Actually, it was sent from Cochin port, but the carriers and liners have a different logistics plan, and they brought down from Cochin to Mumbai. And in Mumbai, these 125 containers were stranded, and ships were not available. And we interacted with the government of India. APIDA came for rescue, and APIDA chairman and the director shipping and the Commerce Ministry. We all worked together, and then in the first lot, about 19 containers left. And in that also there are problems because all these consignments goes to Jebel Ali. From there it goes to Bahrain or Qatar or West Africa, which are also stuck there. With a great difficulty, we were able to clear about 90 containers. And yesterday, the remaining 25, 30 containers left. On the top of it, near Dammam, one ship standard in which about 30 containers. In that, about 30 containers from India for eggs, especially that is from Namakkal. The expiry date is about 90 days, but already 45, 50 days gone. I think probably the Maersk line, they will going to announce force majeure. We have no option left with it. From the day the war broke and these problems started, the price drastically came down from 540 to 4. Today is 4 rupees 5 paisa with a minus of 20 paisa. On the top of it, summer, plus there are instances of disease outbreaks, which you all aware, I think, in Namakkal. Slowly, we are able to contain that with the help of university and veterinary doctors' help. But bit panicky the situation is. We expect, because it is spreading across here and there, but not in a full scale, and vaccines were given and biosecurity measures took. Hope we will cross the summer. And now, on the problem of war, that time Ramadan also going on and Easter, and both have completed now. We expect maybe another 2 months would be like this only in terms of exports from India. Slowly, 1 or 2 containers we have started. The earlier Sea freight was 1800. Today it is 9500.
Oh,
And yes, and the containers which we sent from Mumbai JNPT, they charge 16 lakhs. 16 lakhs additional war freight. We negotiated. Actually, we have been in the continuous meetings only. Yesterday night only I came from Delhi, and we were able to bring it down to 6 to 7 lakhs for 125 containers. You imagine, and loss on top of it. And what the importer is going to say also, we don't know. The other issue which we faced is the other destinations other than Jebel, for which the health certificate obtained from AQCS. Whereas for UAE, the health certificate is EIC. So I request this forum to take up this matter with Government of India, one standardized certification, either AQCS or EIC, because the containers stuck are delivered in Jebel, which we cannot take to another country due to this. Also in Dubai, they are not accepting if you have an AQCS certificate, they want an EIC certificate. Again, we discussed with External Affairs and they came for help, and we spoke to the concerned agriculture ministry in that country, and they opened Dubai Oman corridor, not only for us, like this so many issues. So from Dubai green corridor, from Dubai to Oman and Oman to Dubai, vice versa, not much of stringent regulations on this certificate and other issues. But whereas we are facing this problem, now the only concern is the 30 containers which is near Dammam waters, where in which we cannot, the crew, we are unable to search the crew in the sense through the liners we understand. They are not going to Dammam. Even they go to Dammam will not approve Indian eggs. Saudi Arabia, the health certification, health standards are not permitting us. But there is some transit clause is there. By applying that, just get the stocks delivered there and then move to other ports. Even we requested Bahrain or Iraq and any other port, still going on. Hope that we'll get some positive information tomorrow. And this is the scenario at present on egg exports, which applies to other egg products also to the Middle East and other countries.
oh, so it's a very grave situation. But one good thing is that at least the movement has started, as you rightly said. Slowly,
Yes,
the movement has started. It was
but
completely
at a
stuck.
but a high cost,
But high
9,500
cost. Yeah,
US
the costs
dollars.
are absolutely unbelievable. So,
Even we are thinking to. It is very very early to say. We are thinking a chartered jumbo aircraft which can contain about 10, 15 containers, something like that. We are just working on it. How
uh,
best it's going to work, we don't know. Depends on the demand in that country as well the cost of logistics.
right, and other things, right. And what about the government? You are getting a good cooperation and support from the government with respect to all
Yes,
the
yes,
things,
yes,
right? So,
yes,
anything else you expect from the government specifically?
yes, sir. Yes,
Like I
sir.
have taken down some of the points like certification procedures and all. Those are the correct things which
Yeah,
were
we
spelled
need
out.
a compensation or waiver of the ground charges, handling charges from in Cochin and the JNPT, which were held for 10, 15 days without anybody's notice, where we have paid. And second thing, any force majeure or anything happens, we need some kind of compensation in terms of sea freight through ECGC or other mode for MSME or exporters. That would be a great help to reduce our losses, sir. Also,
Okay.
this is the main reason for the price down across India, because we have been exporting about 1 crore egg per day, which come down to 10 lakh eggs today. That too with the high cost. The exporters are exporting farmers. They are taking the risk. I have to thank them really. At this situation also, they are helping to the extent for the poultry industry.
Okay. Great. Thank you, Dr. Parmeshwaran. Thank you so much for such a insightful information to all the viewers, because we in the central part of India or the northern part of India are not aware about, the logistics and other things which are going on over there. Thank you so much for such an elaborate explanation on that. I'll come back on that little later if the time permits. And now let me go to the next panelist. He is Dr. Pankaj Shukla Saab. I hope he is around. Because he's also traveling. Yes. Thank you that you are around. Shukla ji, you have been listening to whatever the deliberations we are doing right now. So I'm coming to the point straight away. How do you think the government, the policy makers, and the Department of Animal Husbandry at Krishi Bhavan is looking at this situation, looking at this crisis, which has arisen because of this particular war?
Yeah, in fact, the situation is entirely different. And from the government perspective, always they keep a stake of situation. The information flows from two different aspects, from two different points. One from the state government, and second, the stakeholders. And then they used to take wider information and then deliberate upon. So usually what happens, already secretary has taken one meeting wherein he has discussed not only the pharmaceuticals but also nutraceuticals and other situations and positions. But at that point of time, stakeholders have shown the almost they have rather they have expressed that nothing adverse is going on. But now with the further escalation of war, now we all can see that situation is going worse. I was listening to Valsan Saab also. In fact, certificate system, yes, I do agree, there are problems because it is country specific. It is not that we are having certain certification system, rather it is based on the conditions imposed by the importing countries. So if they want to have the certification for export, hope I am audible?
Yeah, certainly,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So EIC also works for it, and AQCS, they are also working for it. If at all there is any problem, then inter-ministerial deliberations can take upon. We should to the notice of the government that this is happening and how they can help you, because both are the government organizations. One certification, if they are doing, definitely they can rely on them for issuing the subsequent certificates, even if the consignment has left the country. Because sometimes we have experienced this. In the last minute also, the consignments have been diverted to different countries in the past also. So the matter can be very well taken up by them. But the situation is, number one, who is going to make aware of this situation to the government? There is no formal representation. There is no formal discussion, and I must compliment VIP that we are deliberating. We are trying to collect the information, and then subsequently, if we can pass it on to the government of India, but with certain backup material that, as already Dr. Manju was also saying, whatever quantity was imported in the past, say in the last year or in the last 6 months, how much we were expecting to import the material in the next 6 months, and how much right now we are in a position to import, or how much it is available. Because that at some point of time, the government intervention is required, and suggest them what kind of intervention is beneficial to us, whether it is the logistic measures that is going to help us, or reduction in duties so as to compensate the losses.
Your voice has got cut.
Growth or economic growth of the sector, rather it is affecting on the availability of food items also in the country. Second, if there is surplus, then definitely because of supply demand matrix, it is going to deviate from the normal. So certainly we need to keep in our mind what measures could be taken at this point of time, apart if material is being retained in our country, because exports are hampered because of logistics, mainly because of logistics. So we should make aware government also on these issues, that these are the fronts where we need to have our interventions from the government side. Yeah, thank you.
So when you expect the government would take an initiative to intervene in the situation and talk to all the associations or big farmers, yeah?
This is what I feel. We should play a proactive role. Rather, they are asking for us. We should send our information to them that this is the situation and immediate intervention is required. Once you send it to them, definitely they are going to call all for a common discussion. Because
Oh, yeah.
already
So,
one stakeholder consultation is over. I
Mhm.
said immediately after war situation, because Honorable Prime Minister has directed all the ministries, all these minister and secretaries to take a stake of situation, what is existing, how it is going to affect. So already one meeting in animal husbandry is over. That has been chaired by secretary, wherein stakeholders have been called. But I feel at that point of time, few of the persons told me that it was called on a very short notice. So perhaps all have not received the information to participate, and few of them, if they have participated, it was not with the full homework. So certainly next stakeholder consultation is also required. So sometimes we can write to the government, making them aware of this, and we should invite their attention to intervene at the earliest.
Right. So I will try to yeah, Dr. Parmeshwaran. Just a moment. Let me complete one sentence. I'll take this opportunity to appeal. There are about 219 attendees right now attending this particular webinar. Kindly spell down whatever you expect from the government and send it via association. Let it be PFI or CLAFMA or In Poultry. Yeah, the regional associations wherever you are. But if you could, just spell down what is your expectation. Like for example, if you ask me, I'll say exempt the duty. Temporarily, you exempt the duty for certain items which are key ingredients for the for preparation of the feed. So, likewise, whatever are your inputs, if you could spell down and send it to the associations, maybe the government, while calling for the for the discussion, we can request Pankaj Shukla Sahab to see to it that these associations are also involved as stakeholders, and we can deliberate with the government. So I take this opportunity to appeal everybody to do this job for the betterment of the sector. Please, thank you very much,
And
Dr.
just
Parmesh.
one more information,
Yeah, yeah.
whenever we are jotting down the points, we should also keep in our mind, these are our problems 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these are the solutions. All the options, whatever solution in terms of what all options are open for us. And let
Right.
us find the government to look at it and in what manner they can help us. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Shukla
Yes,
sir,
Mr.
certainly
Par-
will Vetsin Poultry will take this matter to government at
So,
earliest. We'll write a letter to them requesting to
yeah,
look
yeah,
into our concern.
absolutely. We can write and through electronic media, immediately it can go to the ministry.
Sure.
So that they should also take it on a war footing.
Yes, Mr. Parmeshwaran. What is your point?
See, actually, egg, Dr. Shukla ji, whatever he said is
Yeah.
right. Egg was actually under AQCS only because it is a commodity.
Yeah.
But recently, last year, there is that forced us to go for EIC. The importing countries are very much happy with AQCS certification. So here, if it is egg product, that is egg powder or other products, yes. So one certification from point of view would be helpful because being Namakkal, the about 10 to 15, 1 crore egg means about 20 containers per day. Customs office is sitting in Coimbatore. The EA office is sitting in there, and they have to come every time and sampling, and then 3-4 days, and the sample allowed only 21 days. Every 21 days we have to take the sample. Within that we have to confirm the order, bring the container, stuff it, and the expiry goes in that itself. So yeah, through VIP you persuade to have some authority at Namakkal. Veterinary Institute is there, veterinary college is there, for focusing exports, to give the certificate within a day or two. Even because otherwise we have to send it to Chennai and get it, courier, holidays in between, so many other issues we are facing. So that is why we were asking the government for one certification, either this or that. That would be easy for us. And
No,
second thing,
which government you are asking?
animal husbandry, sir.
No, here in our country, is there any requirement from the importing country? This is
No,
what I am interested to know.
importing country, they are not insisting, sir. Even
Okay.
this,
Then-
even for this UAE, what
Huh.
happened? We have to register with the OIE.
Hmm.
Again, we have to have a trade negotiation with UAE, and take it out, because other all countries which we have been doing for 25 years, absolutely no problem. And any egg which goes by EIC or AQCS, it is tested for avian influenza, E. coli or fowl cholera or whatever. So
Yeah.
why these two kind of
Absolutely.
certification? Yeah. So VIP can take this an additional thing. Our association last 1 week in Delhi only, we had meeting with the Animal Husbandry Secretary as well as APIDA chairman, one Mr. Abhishek. He's taking lot of
Yeah.
initiative. They opened a
Yeah.
group for all the exports, not only for us. More than 60 ships standard, sir.
All
Standard in the
agricultural
waters.
products.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
understand
yeah.
that.
All agricultural products. I understand.
So VIP will be another way of helping us for exports in pushing
Certainly,
up the
sir.
matter with
Certainly.
Government of India, Animal Husbandry or APIDA or Commerce Ministry.
Yes, yes. Certainly, sir.
See,
Dr. Ajay Deshpande is
if
here and
Dr. Valsan, if you can send a note to this, what we are talking about, a note
Hmm.
on this, perhaps I'll try to intervene, and then I'll send
Please.
it to the ministry for the earlier for an early action. Because
Uh,
I know both the agencies, EIC also, Dr. Reddy is there, right?
okay.
With whom with him you are
Yeah,
talking in
ready, sir.
EIC.
Ready, sir. Ready, sir.
Reddy.
Ready, sir.
Okay. So I'll speak to Dr. Reddy also. And at the same
Hmm.
time, you send me a note so that I'll send it to the ministry straight. Although we do have this, we'll send it through VIP channel also. But
yeah,
I
that's what I'm
think,
saying, sir. Just a
yeah,
moment. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Just the way I appeal to everybody, even
okay,
Dr. Mr. Parmeshwaran is part of it. Kindly send whatever you are expecting from
yeah,
the
yeah,
government through
yeah, yeah.
VIP. Will process it,
VIP.
and it's so kind of Dr. Shukla that he has shown a very nice gesture of talking to the concerned persons over there in the offices, and maybe we can streamline it the way we want at the earliest. So please do that,
And
Mr.
Yeah,
Parmeshwaran.
just
Yeah.
send it. Just send it. Once it is being sent to the concerned ministry from VIP, I'll try to pursue it. No
yeah,
issue.
Doctor, one more thing, which is little
Yeah,
away from this topic, but still
no issue.
the HPAA problem is going on. So I want you to organize for a country-wide panelist, post and pre, what to do. Either a compensation government has to give. Once it comes, means they have to declare. When they declare, all other issues comes. There are vaccines here and there. You heard about it. Maybe you are hearing, no? So here the problem is little bit panic only. If a team organized and give advice to our farmers, like a meeting like this or any other way, Andhra Pradesh also you are aware it is affected, no? So
Yeah,
what to do at this
yeah.
point? An
Chhattisgarh
expert
also.
opinion.
Chhattisgarh also. Now Bilaspur is also hit with it.
Yeah, I'm coming actually to that. Now I'm going to the last panelist, Dr. Balasubramaniam, and sorry, Dr. Balasundaram, and he is the expert on the field. So my first question to him is, basically, as we know, although disease is not the, the diseases are not the direct result of the war crisis, but now the country is going through a lot of phases of different diseases and different outbreaks in different parts, about which Parmeshwaran has right now spoken. There are issues with EDS, there are issues with then there are issues with nephrosis, then metapneumovirus, then VVND. So basically, how one should go about it. The farmers, in addition to the burden of the war crisis, they are also required to tackle the issues of the diseases and the mortality. And now the summer is approaching. We are very much scared about some of certain problems. And as rightly pointed out, HPI is a persistent thing which prevails over there. So how would you suggest to go about it for the farmers, how to handle with it in this particular tricky situation? Dr. Balasundaram, please.
Good evening, sir. Sir, regarding this war situation, and I would like to highlight certain the vaccines, sir. Though India is self-sufficient in vaccine production, but still we are dependent on some vaccines, some set of vaccines which are being imported, sir. Like Salmonella live vaccines in breeders, which has become a common practice in breeders, sir. Then IB variant vaccines, sir. Mostly 95% of the IB variant vaccines we are being used using only imported vaccines. Then ND, clone vaccines also, we are dependent, sir. We are using only imported vaccines. And genotype 7, everybody is aware. Genotype 7 live vaccine also, we are dependent only on imported live vaccines. So we have to check the stocks, requirement and stocks, and we should be vigilant on maintaining the stocks. And regarding to disease, sir, especially in southern part of India, EDS is creating a lot of problem both in breeders as well as commercial layers, sir. EDS is, we have calculated almost per parent, we are using 8 to 10 chicks, sir. Maybe in terms of production, the egg production, hatchability, production, selection, hatchability, all the 3 parameters are being affected with EDS in broiler breeders, sir. Coming to EDS in commercial layers, sir, many farmers are thinking it is as LP, but we have confirmed with the labs. Almost 10 cases we have confirmed with the lab. It is confirmed as EDS. So for the last 9 to 10 months, we are even advising EDS vaccines. Then some more alarming is AMPV, sir. Especially for the last 3 months in commercial layers, as early as 19 to 23 days, we are noticing AMPV infections. Many of we are confusing with coryza, but sometimes it is existing alone or it is existing with coryza or AMPV with ORT, sir. So we need to be very vigilant in maintaining the stocks of these vaccines, sir. Otherwise, we are going to lose a much amount in because of these diseases, sir. Even EDS in commercial layer also, the production from 95%, the birds are losing, almost 40%, the birds are coming to 40%. Again, the birds are picking up the production after, sir, it is 6 weeks it is taking for picking up production, but it is not attaining the peak, sir. But for the last 9 months, the commercial layers, what we have vaccinated with EDS and AMPV, now almost, they have crossed 50 weeks. We have not seen any production drops, sir. So we have to maintain the stocks of these vaccines. And some imported vaccines, both AMPV, EDS, all the combined vaccines we are getting, we need to maintain the stocks, sir.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Balasundaram.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Now the second round of question begins with the one typical question, and I know nobody knows the answer. How long this situation is going to continue? Nobody knows this answer. But then,
yes,
what are the solutions? So let us begin with Ajay Deshpande साहब. अगर आप कुछ भविष्य वगैरह जानते हो तो बता दीजिए कब तक चलेगा ये सिनेरियो, और अगर नहीं जानते तो बताओ सॉल्यूशन क्या है.
सर पोल्ट्री का कोई पंडित नहीं है. कोई पैदा नहीं हुआ है. If you look back the financial 25-26 up to October 15th, everybody entered huge losses, and there is a turnaround again. So the worst year what we predicted has turned into the best year, financial year, for all the integrators.
Yes.
So everything is possible. I don't know, even it all depends upon Tatya's policy, Tatya's policies. And it is very difficult to predict what this war will, how long it will take to end this one. But everybody is suffering. That is the important thing. And nobody knows any solution. And if it continues for so long, you know, and if the critical crisis of this gas and petroleum products really if hits, it will be very hard to digest, and that's why there is a panic. That's why the broiler chick prices have come down, because people are anticipating and giving up the hopes. So this is the panicky situation, and we don't know how long it will continue. But industry poultry sector is a great fighter, and they will come out of every situation, I'm sure. And VIP is always there to take the initiative and arrange such type of webinars many times, and he has done, and it has proved again and again. So we are ready with the help of Dr. Shukla sir, because he has a great guidance. We can approach the ministry and write a letter, the probable impact of this war situation on the poultry sector and probable solutions, and what our sector wants from the ministry. You know, exempting the import duty is one type, but availability is a question. So in one of my speech, I think I elaborated and stressed upon the make in India of this amino acids. So why can't we promote? And this is the best opportunity to start somewhere at. I think that nothing is impossible. I think so. So let's become and most important part, though the amino acids availability and scarcity is there. We are lucky that we have enough of maize and soybean with us, and we should thank God for that one, and hopefully we'll come out of it.
Sure. So right now, that's all okay. What you said is perfect. But right now, how are you keeping the ball rolling? आज के तारीख में आप क्या कर रहे हो just to keep on surviving,
Yes.
keep the
The
thing
only
going?
mantra is just charaveti, chalte rahiye. We don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. So with all your strength and with all your mind, you have to continue, and we have to face whatever comes to us, you know.
Okay. Singh Saab, Sharad Singh Saab from North Lucknow, how are you managing the situation right now, and what you find to be the solution? इस चीज का solution क्या होगा? आपको क्या लगता है? मतलब this is just a speculation work, but then some inputs from you, how you are managing it right now. हाँ कहिए.
फ्यूचर रहेगा, क्योंकि परिस्थितियां थोड़ा विपरीत जरूर है, लेकिन सब कुछ संभल के थोड़ा सा समझ के और थोड़ा सा जो प्लान के साथ चलेंगे तो निश्चित तौर पे ये भी संकट कटेगा और दूसरा रास्ता मिलेगा। ऐसे बहुत सारे सिचुएशन पहले भी लोगों ने देखा है और आगे भी इन फ्यूचर आ सकता है। जैसा अभी पांडे सर ने कहा ना कि बिल्कुल सही बात है कि पोल्ट्री अप डाउन करके अपनी गति से चलती है। परिस्थितियां थोड़ा यूनिवर्सिटी या जो कह लीजिए पेट्रोकेमिकल प्रोडक्ट है उनको लेके दिक्कत है, लेकिन काफी सुरक्षित है अभी भी। अभी एक बात बहुत क्लियर है कि जैसे पीछे क्या था कि चिप्स का रेट बहुत ज्यादा था या अकेले प्रोडक्शन का ज्यादा जिस कारण ज्यादा था, अभी फीड की बहुत ज्यादा जा रही है। तो कोई एक चीज बैलेंस करने के तैयार खड़ा है। थोड़ा टफ सिचुएशन है, टफ सिचुएशन में लोगों को दिक्कतें आ रही हैं। लोग थोड़ा सा निराशा के भाव पीछे जरूर थे, लेकिन उन्हें उम्मीद दिख रही है जैसे अभी थोड़ा स्थितियां नॉर्मल होना चालू हो रही है। तो हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि आगे बेहतर रहना चाहिए और बेहतर तरीके से लोग काम करेंगे। हाँ, गर्मी को लेके प्रॉब्लम है काफी ज्यादा। यहाँ पे वायरल का भी प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है। अभी सर लखनऊ में ही थे, अभी जस्ट के उनसे भी इस बारे में काफी डिस्कशन हुआ है, तो उससे भी लोग थोड़ा सा पीछे हट रहे हैं। लेकिन बच्चा जो है क्या नाम है डालने की प्रक्रिया है, डाल रहे हैं, प्रोसेस में है, लेकिन थोड़ा फुल स्ट्रेंथ नहीं आ पा रहे। मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ कि यहाँ का बच्चा कहीं दूसरे स्टेट में भी ट्रांसफर हो रहा है। जैसे यहाँ से काफी ज्यादा इंजीनियर है, प्रयागराज में है, गोरखपुर में है, बनारस में है, तो वहाँ से बच्चा जो है बिहार, झारखंड और छत्तीसगढ़ को एमपी को जाता है। तो अभी थोड़ा इंटरेस्ट लोगों का इधर से कम हुआ है, तो दूसरी तरफ बच्चा डाइवर्ट हो रहा है। तो उम्मीद हम करते हैं कि बेहतर होना चाहिए और बेहतर तरीके से लोगों को आना चाहिए, क्योंकि अब थोड़ा पीछे की कंडीशन में लोग डरे हुए थे ज़्यादा है। क्योंकि ऐसा भी दौर है कि पेट्रोल और डीजल का जो है क्या नाम है लिमिटेशन कर दी गई कि गाड़ी में 200 रुपये का या डीजल 2000 रुपये का, उस चीज़ को लेकर काफ़ी लोग परेशान थे। ट्रेडर भी गाड़ियों को मना कर रहा था कि नहीं हम उठा नहीं पाएंगे, लेकिन अब थोड़ा स्थितियाँ नॉर्मल की तरफ बढ़ रही है। उम्मीद हम करते हैं बेहतर होगा और मैं नॉर्थ इंडिया के सभी पोल्ट्री के साथियों से यही कहना चाहूँगा कि वो होप रखे, सब कुछ बेहतर होगा, ऐसा मेरा मानना है।
क्या बात है, क्या बात है। आपके भाषण से और अजय देशपांडे साहब के भी भाषण से ऐसे लग रहा है कि नथिंग इज इम्पॉसिबल। जो है चलते रहो, बस यू कीप ऑन मूविंग, एवरीथिंग विल बी फाइन।
चलते ही रहना सोल्यूशन है सर, चलते ही रहना सोल्यूशन। अगर आप, मैं छोटी सी बात रखूंगा सर यहाँ पे, अगर पानी ठहर जाए तो बदबू आने लगता है, और अगर पानी चलता रहे तो ताजा रहता है। तो पोल्ट्री की भी गति वही है।
बिल्कुल करेक्ट, बिल्कुल करेक्ट। So that's right. I'm very happy that in spite of such situation, both of you are very positive. Let's see what Manju says about it. Manju, switch on the mic. Please switch on the mic.
Okay. My opinion is to reduce the losses whenever we are in crisis. That's what I always focus on. Mostly, if you look at the current trend, most people carry inventories and some people are not carrying inventories of amino acids. अगर जो inventory carry करता है उसका usage spread बढ़ाओ instead of going totally without methionine, because it's going to kill you. क्योंकि जैसा डॉक्टर बालासुंदरम ने कहा या बाकी लोग डिसीज चैलेंजेस बोल रहा है, समर चैलेंजेस हो रहा है, डोंट गो ऑफ any additive, but try to spread the inventories cautiously. That's going to be one winning point. और दूसरा हमारे पास है ना, पूरा कंट्री में ये, अगर बाहर का कंट्री में और इंडिया में कंपेयर करता है तो there is a people keep lot of safety margin for amino acid usage. Particularly we can talk only about amino acid now because it is a crisis. क्योंकि सेफ्टी मार्जिन कम करो। बहुत लोग ऐसा यूज करते हैं 5 kg ब्लाइंडली यूज करो, 8 kg ब्लाइंडली यूज करो, लेकिन आप रॉ मटेरियल के साथ खेलने चाहोगे तो cautiously you can reduce the 30-40%. Suppose मैं 3 kilo use कर रहा हूँ, definitely you can bring it down to 1.5 with the right combination of ingredients. And don't ignore alternate ingredients at this point, because we are super surplus along with maize and soya, as Deshpande sir said. We are super surplus in sesame cake, rapeseed cake, maize gluten, raspberry DGS, MBM here and there, fish meal here and there. So plenty of options we have. We should be, in fact, very optimistic that we will also win this case. And it is possible, because if you ask me, be cautious about your balancing of nutrients. Don't be coming under management pressure or coming by this in supply pressure. Don't reduce your nutrient density so much that it hits your performance. If it hits your performance, it's going to be a double-edged sword. So you cannot win the situation. So it's a careful balancing. I think careful inventorying and cautious use of inventorying, that's only the solution. Because एक ही है, मैं एक ही बात बोलता हूँ, जब भी फीड बनाते हैं, फीड मिल्स, बर्ड्स को फीड नहीं मिलना एक क्राइम है from feed mill. So always make sure that whatever crisis, you supply feed to the bird, whatever density, low density, high density, birds eat to compensate nutrients. Even if you reduce 20%, 30% nutrient density, birds still can eat and perform to the same level.
Fantastic.
So have this in mind.
I agree with you 100%, because not feeding the birds is a crime, and we experienced this very well in period of COVID.
Yeah, I think fortunately we don't have that situation now. We can definitely feed, but only thing is cautious working with the team. That's
correct. And same thing, some of the people always talk about VCR, value conversion ratio, rather than feed conversion ratio. हमारे जो सरदार जी friend है वो भी इसके बारे में बात करते हैं. Sometimes you need to resort to those options to keep the birds alive, to keep the performance going on. Let it be little bit poor, let it be 4-5 days late, let the FCR get suffered, but then you are pulling on, you are going on, chalte raho. And as you rightly, just a moment, I'll summarize what you said, rightly pointed out, the correct use of the combination of different raw materials. That's what you pointed out, which is very important. Yes, please go ahead.
Just one more thing I want to add. हम लोगों का दिमाग में एक बैठा है, बाहर का अच्छा है, जो भी import होता है अच्छा है. Make in India hai. So we always have options for all the feed additives. China is dominating only because of their self-fermentation.
Yeah.
India is already having a lot of probiotics and very good option of local feed additives. Try to test all those products, instead of blindly saying that whatever I import is good, that's always performing better. Now it's right time to acid test the local products, and maybe we can also support Make in India, in one way or the other way.
Yes, very correct. Very correct. I appreciate this thought very much. Thank you, Manju. Thank you very much. Now let me come back to Parameshwaran again. Sarji, quickly, because we are running out of time. How do you find the way forward? What you look at it, how you look at it. I know we all are going through the difficult times, and you being sitting at the helm of affairs, you are feeling the pinch most. But still, how you look at it, how you expect the things to move ahead.
At this situation, my view is we can little bit reduce wherever possible batches, wherever introduction of parents or commercial layers. Some 5-10% will greatly help. The domestic will support the remaining 80-90%. And it will reduce your losses. Your requirement will come down. So that could be one solution at this point, because even the war ends, it may take another 1 or 2 months
Several
to
months,
get
yeah.
normalized.
Certainly.
Because I understand from a shipping company that if a 7 days problem in shipping industry, which will last for 3 months. So in that way, if you reduce our batches, inventories, that will definitely help reduce your losses, one, and the remaining you will get good prices. In Namakkal, it was about 30-35 lakhs chicks per month. Today it is 60 lakhs. And the expansion is left and right going. Same thing I think in West Bengal also. So at this situation, we can just postpone it and let the situation get corrected. Natural correction is there, but still, if we do it, that would be definitely help us reduce individual losses, and whole country will get benefit out of it. The associations or the industry frontliners, they can think about it. That would be very, very helpful, sir.
Yeah, very correct. Just take a pause. Just take a pause. You're not quitting. You're not quitting. Just take a pause. Go a little slow. Try to assess the situation, what's happening around. Plan for future in a very nice way, and then move ahead slowly. Chalte raho. For the time being, the thing is you have to just keep on moving. Exactly the same message which Ajay said is being repeated by even Manju and everybody. But you have to find out a way and mean to just keep going, keep going. That's it. क्या उम्मीद के ऊपर दुनिया चलती है जैसा हम कहते हैं. Like that we have to go. Shukla ji, some more thing from your side.
Sir, one more thing. Also, in
Please,
this forum, I would like to address, we have to have registration for all the farms, sir, which
Yeah.
which is the right time to introduce now. We have no data. All our assumptions we are talking. We need data, and the export and the importing countries generally they ask for, they want the traceability, and compartmentalization is important. All these points, Dr. Ajit can note down, and then this will be helpful. I will also give the note later. So this
Yeah,
this
I
is
am
very,
taking
very
down, but you
important.
also. Yeah, I'm taking down, but you also kindly send points
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that
I'll do that. I'll do that. Just
Yeah, please,
all the
please.
other panelists and the participants can hear this. So farm registration is very, very important. And then traceability, the importers, all the importing countries expecting the traceability. We can look at export of thermal cooked eggs or liquid eggs or egg powder. When the HP outbreak is there, still it will continue. So that will help the poultry industry and the economy of our country. And other thing is the HP vaccine policy. Dr. Suklaji, you have to take some initiative. We have to decide something on that. Please take up to government. What is our idea? Whether we are going to give compensation or going to have LP, HP vaccines. Like in France, there are vaccines which DIVA differentiate from the vaccinated and the affected birds. Something you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is why I said you are the right. This is the right platform. All veterinarians, biologicals, virologists, all are there. So think that way. That will definitely save our poultry industry from a very great loss. So this is what I summarize and say.
Valsan sir, sorry to interrupt you. This issue has been taken to the government of India so many times. So our VIP is also actively participating in that to convince the government.
Yeah, I understand from my 20-25 years experience with the government, we have to keep pushing only, sir, like our children. We have to keep pushing because the people are changing, the government is changing, but we remain facing the problem always. Even under the Make in India policy, the vaccine, some vaccine manufacturing unit can be developed in India. We have to think like that.
Yeah, very correct. I am going to come back
And
to
if anybody interested, one more commercial information. In Namakkal, the government is going to set up about 2,000 acres of a small industries development corporation, in which they are giving poultry some 100 acres of land.
Wow,
any of your friends to set up some pharmaceuticals or vaccines or any other poultry related activity, let me know. I will be able to help you. with all the other subsidies, tax reliefs, so many things.
Good gesture, sir. Good gesture. Definitely, we'll keep this in mind and we'll come back to you. Now, I want to go to Dr. Pankaj Shukla, but before that, Dr. Chandrakant Pathak has raised his hand. Dr. Pathak, what do you want to comment?
Sir, nothing. Actually, I wanted to talk in the last that those who have already participated as an audience, let me give them information that this whole discussion is available on YouTube, and you can share the YouTube link to your friends who could not attend, since this topics taken and discussion is very important. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'll call you once again at the end for the vote of thanks, for proposing the vote of thanks. But before that, let me go to Pankaj Shukla sir for the final comments about how exactly we should proceed in this scenario. Hello, Shukla ji, आप हाँ नहीं, I don't know what has gone wrong. Dr. Shukla?
Maybe some network issues, sir. For him, he's
Network issue.
traveling.
In that, I'll move to the last panelist, Dr. Balasundaram. About the diseases you have been talking. Mr. Parmeshwaran also spoke about it. Ajay Deshpande also spoke about it. So, war situation is on one side. Keep it aside for the time being. But how would you feel, or what do you think we should proceed with the addressing to the government, or representing to the government with respect to certain diseases and the solutions to that?
Sir, regarding HP, we have to work with the government, sir. It is very much alarming. Commercial layers, broiler breeders, and commercial broilers, sir. I have a data in front of me with 3 or 4 integrators data. Last year, March 2025, 38 to 42% branch averages mortality because of HP, sir, especially in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. But whereas because of vaccinations at parental level, this year March, it is only 23 to 25% mortality in the commercial broilers, sir. When come to commercial layer, number of incidences are there this year. When compared to last year, the mortalities are very less, sir, when we vaccinate the birds. So the importance of vaccine is growing year by year, month by month, sir. Because of this, we have to work for the permission official vaccine for HP, sir.
Yeah.
And we have to think the most of the vaccines, whatever we are importing, we are paying a lot of vaccine duty rather tax, and which is becoming higher price to the end farmer, sir. So if we can establish any vaccine companies manufacturing in India, the farmer may get at a lesser price, sir.
Yeah.
And all viral infections are going up. The virulence is going up, which is making a production cost very high, sir, especially in commercial layer and broiler breeders, sir.
Yeah.
Because in Hyderabad and Andhra Pradesh, density is very high, sir. We have a mixed population of commercial broiler, commercial layer, as well as broiler breeders, sir. Because of this, the disease is very much alarming, sir. Maybe whatever may be the viral infections or bacterial infections, year on year, the production cost is increasing, sir. Because of this, vaccination of HPs should be addressed at Government of India level, sir.
Government of India level. Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Balasundaram. Definitely, VIP we has already taken the lead in this regards, as Dr. Ajay said, but we will again initiate the same exercise and we go ahead with that. But before we conclude today, Dr. Pankaj Shukla is again on the line, and I want. I wanted him to give his final remarks. How we go ahead about it. Your role as a key person, to negotiate or to talk to government has further increased now. VIP is already there with you. You are a part of VIP. We are part of your system. So certainly we need to, work together, and all the expectations from all the members of the association, I would say, the people from the industry are same. I mean, all are thinking on the same lines. There has to be somebody, to initiate the things and take it forward to the government. I think you are the right person to do that. Kindly comment and let's plan the strategy and the timetable as such, how to go about it. Please.
Yeah, absolutely. The conversation today is very useful because timely we are discussing on the issues. See, in the past also, I can tell you with my experience of almost 4 decades in the poultry sector that time and again we have seen the setbacks, but the sector has bounced back with the double strength, time and always. From the government side, always government has assured this sector, whenever there is a need, they intervene, whether it was a time during the avian influenza outbreak, suitable compensations have been sent to the farmers, or even maize was made available on the subsidized prices. Whenever there is a price inflation and price rise in the maize, government has allowed the import of maize under OGL. So what I mean to say, whenever there is a need, government is chipping in. Simply we need to inform them what is the problem and what are the probable solutions. And then after deliberations, after proper risk assessment, the government takes a call. So this is what my vision is, that even today what we are facing is not going to long last. This is what I can predict. Although uncertainty is there, but this uncertainty will soon be over, either this way or that way. But whenever there are problems, there are challenges, certainly there are the opportunities also. And I do echo the voice of all other esteemed panelists that it's a chance when we should go for Make in India, whether it is a vaccine, whether it is a feed additives, whether it is the other nutraceuticals, whatever we for our sector. So again, there are a chance, and we can seek. This is what my personal perception is. We can also seek some of the concessions from the government. If Make in India, we are looking at that what concessions we are going to receive from the government, so as to make it whenever it is. And with Deshpande also, that availability is questionable. So we should make this as a major point that we want that this particular ingredient or this particular amino acid should be made available. These are the possibilities, and how best we can do, we should do for it. So I think we should submit a detailed representation highlighting all the issues with the probable solutions to the government, and then we shall try to persuade that at the earliest these can be addressed by the government of India at the earliest, and then our sector may feel at comfort. I think after a stakeholder consultation, the mindset that is being developed between the government and the stakeholder is always comfortable, always welcome, because it tries to ease out the situation, not only physically but psychologically also. So certainly the combination of these two is required, and at this point of time, again, we should bring it to the notice of the government, and then at the earliest we should try to have the dialogues also. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Sorry, before we conclude, Mr. Balasundaram has to offer certain important remarks about, disease prevention. So, Dr. Balasundaram, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Apart from vaccination, sir, one thing we should keep in mind, dead bird disposal should be taken care. And as Parmeshwaran sir said, the registration of farms should be there. Neither the state government nor the government of India doesn't have the perfect list of farms which are there in the villages or in the states, so that the census will also come out. Then the dead bird disposal, some regulation should be they put, sir. Then farmers should take the water quality, sir. Water pH maintenance is very, very much important in controlling salmonella or any of the diseases, and water quality should be taken care, sir. And immunity of the bird should be given a priority, sir. Right from the toxins or any immunomodulators, they should be taken care, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Now, there are a huge number of questions which we have received, but there is a shortage of time. Number one. And number two, the number also, which had gone beyond 200, has now come down to 166. But just to honor the request of some of the viewers, let me take one or two representative questions before we conclude, as we have 4 minutes to go to complete 1.5 hours. Sir, why don't you authorize a list of state veterinarians to certify poultry feed products? It's by Dr. Chennigowda, HK. Yes, certainly. The state governments can think of it, and Vets in Poultry or any other association, as a matter of fact, can request the government, to authorize certain veterinarians in the field or in the government setup also to, certify them, to certify the poultry and feed products. That's what I feel. Dr. Deshpande can just, elaborate on that if he wants. Okay.
No, it's all about the government's policy, You can't pressurize someone. They have got their...
No pressure. We can always request from the part from VIP side. We can always request. That's what I'm saying. Now, war crisis cannot change the export certification. And if you are doing AQCS certification, what way it is affecting now? This is by Dr. C.R. Bell. I think this is specifically to Mr. Parameshwaran. Maybe you can have a chat a little later after the webinar is over and get your doubts clarified. Then third is, given the high dependence on imported feed additives, which constitutes up to 70% of poultry production cost, why has there not been a robust domestic production plan? Oh, we have discussed about it. We need to have that, and that's what Dr. Manju also said, that take this as an opportunity, for Make in India, and let's think somebody can come up and think about of manufacturing DL methionine in the country. This is by Kapil Dev. Then what are the most common cost-effective alternatives to synthetic DL methionine currently available in Indian market? By Kapil Dev. Manju, any alternative available?
No. Actually, nothing can work out compared. Actually, we can compare like MHA salts or liquid methionine. These are the alternate options.
But the equivalence is different.
This is the shifting between options. You have L methionine, you have DL methionine, and we have MHA, and we have MHA liquid or methionine liquids. So you can shuffle around this. I think your basic focus should be how you optimize consumption based on inventorizing and using alternate ingredients. As I repeatedly said, so there are a good number of alternate ingredients which are rich in methionine and cysteine, M+C. And one more thing is, M+C is more important than methionine. Don't put in your formulation, don't put lower limit for methionine, put lower limit for methionine plus cysteine. So it will give you a good amount of cost saving.
Yeah. One more question on the same lines is about...
I would like to elaborate one more thing on that one. The reliance on, you can think of using, what is this?
MHA.
No, not MHA. This is betaine. Betaine also can replace some part of that. You can experiment. This is the right time to experiment that one also.
Right time to explore. Yes.
Explore, experiment and explore also.
Even choline chloride, choline chloride to some extent can be done. Same line. There is one question about the herbal methionine, which is available in the market by some of the companies. Manju, your views on that?
Please try and see. So you are the best judge to try your products. So I will not comment on any of the specific products here.
Correct. But it could be very well tried by the person who wants
Definitely
to.
it can be tried. Definitely it can be tried.
Yeah. Same thing, choline chloride, herbal choline, as a methionine donor, or the methyl group donor, some of the things getting converted to betaine. So there are a lot of permutations and combinations available. Get little bit of insight of that and go ahead about it. So these are
And
some
all are requested to keep the data ready with them so it can be utilized further. These experiences can be used further.
Yes,
I still remember once I took trials of this natural methionine with synthetic methionine also, with 25 replacement at 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100%. So if you have already tried this and tested this one, that experience can count now with you. It will be helpful you. So again, requesting everyone to keep the record, to keep the data with them so that it can be handy when time comes.
So it's 6 o'clock. We are busy for last 1.5 hours. It has really been a very productive discussion. And now, before I invite Mr. Dr. Pathak, let me first, on my behalf, thank all the panelists for sparing out the time, shelling out the time, and participating in this webinar. It was really very, very insightful and very useful for me as well as for everybody. And before I hand over to Dr. Pathak, I must thank Dr. Anil Phadkeji, who is from Nasik, who is a good friend of mine. He provided a lot of inputs about the webinar once it was decided and announced. Thank you, Dr. Anil Phadke, for that as well. Dr. Pathak, please, for proposing vote of thanks.
Good evening, all. I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to our distinguished panelists for sharing their invaluable expertise and such a transparent insight with us today. It is invaluable to get an access to all this on a single platform like VIP. I would also like to extend my gratitude to the organizing team whose hard work behind the scenes kept this webinar running so smoothly. We are equally thankful to our audience for overwhelming response, for carving out time from your busy practices to join the conversation. Your passion for advancing animal health is truly heartbeat of our profession, and we appreciate your commitment to lifelong learning. Thank you all for making this session such a success, and we look forward to seeing you at our next webinar. And also, I especially thank Dr. Ajay Deshpande, Dr. Manju, and other panelists to show the very positive intent and fighting spirit, and hope this fighting spirit will be infectious to all our poultry industry community. Thank you all. Also, the YouTube link is available for this webinar. We have recorded and we'll be sharing soon. So those who have missed this, your friends and all, please share with them so that everybody will get benefited. Thank you and very good night. Thank you.
Well, sir, thank you so much.
Thank you.